2022?
And we are back.
That's right. It was nice taking a break for the holidays, though.
It was.
Yeah.
It's been relaxing, less stress. That's been kind of good.
Yep. And we came up with some ideas for new episodes, too.
Absolutely.
So one of the things we're going to do later this year is we're going to talk with our kinky fairy godmother.
Yep. So we'll have special guests as we go on through the year.
Yep. But today, what are we going to talk about today?
Well,
You had something in mind.
you know, people make resolutions this time of year. All these things they're going to do. And then those resolutions kind of fall apart after 2 or 3 or 4 weeks. Understanding that you may have put together one for physical fitness, how about if we give them some good reasons to stick to that resolution?
See, that's what I was just thinking. Are they making resolutions just to make resolutions? Or is there a motivation behind it? I think there's a good motivation for the physical fitness one.
That's what we're going to talk about today. It's physical fitness.
And how it is going to help your sex life.
Absolutely. Is that motivation enough?
Sounds good to me. I know it's made a difference for me. We are the sexagenarian sages.
And we are here to bust the myths of sex and aging. Welcome back.
So how about the myth that we just naturally lose our physical abilities as we get older?
Mm-hmm. Well, there's been some recent studies that first talk about how our metabolism does not slow down with age. It starts to go down very small increments after the age of 60. We'll post the link to that study down below.
And one of the things that they found was that those people who their metabolism did slow, it's because that they were not getting sufficient physical activity and doing other things to keep their metabolism active.
They were staying sedentary.
Yep.
Well, what can we do about that? Well, first, now that we know that it's a myth that you lose your metabolism as you grow older, let's take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we can do. Pull out my notes here because I don't want to miss any really good, juicy stuff for you. First of all, what is a reason for men to get into physical fitness, physical exercise? Number 1 on the list, ED. Physical fitness helps your body with its circulation, reducing or decreasing the chance of erectile dysfunction in men.
Mm-hmm.
There are lots of studies that have looked at this. They've all said the same thing. Physical activity increases your circulation and decreases your chance of ED. Ta-da! That's a great reason right there.
Sounds good to me.
Number 2, physical exercise increases your stamina. Wow. Would you like some stamina in bed?
Oh, absolutely.
Now,
Nice and long and juicy. Yeah.
so get in some physical fitness, some physical exercise, and begin to improve your stamina in bed. Third, it increases the blood flow to the genitals. This is how you are overcoming ED, but it also increases your sensation, your ability to feel sensation in your genitals. So it improves the level of satisfaction during sex.
I think it also improves turn on and arousal.
Yep.
Too.
Another one, of course, as you begin to physically exercise, you begin to lose some weight. This is going to boost both your self-image and your self-confidence. You're going to start to look better. You're going to start to feel better physically and feel better about yourself. Now, here's one for those of you who are still looking to try and start a family. It actually improves the quality of your semen and the quality of your sperm. So it makes it that little bit easier to have a pregnancy and to have children. Finally, for men, physical exercise and physical fitness decreases the symptoms of BPH, that's benign prostatic hypertrophy, and reduces the risk of UTIs.
Because their UTI frequency goes up when they develop BPH.
It does. So you're going to get that increased blood in your genitals, that increased circulation, and it's going to be good for your sex life overall. Now, this isn't a Viagra pill. You're not going to take it and, an hour later, you're going to be, woohoo! This is something that demands some consistency and regular exercise. We'll discuss that a little bit more in a few minutes. Right now,
I want to talk about the benefits for women.
absolutely.
May I?
You may have the notes.
Increased desire. I talk to a lot of women who say, yeah, well, as I've gotten older, sex just isn't that important to me anymore. I remember what it was like, and I kind of wish that I had that level of desire, but I guess that's just part of aging. It is not. I went through that myself, and when I was in my 40s and early 50s. And unfortunately, I had a doctor who said, well, that's kind of just what happens.
He believed the myth.
Yep. As I started working on my own sexuality and started working on becoming a sex coach, I discovered ways that I could increase my desire again. And one of those ways was exercise. Number 2, you like to do this, so I'll do this. With increased desire becomes increased arousal. My body more easily becomes ready for sex. I'm ready for it. Increased satisfaction. Oh my God, sex feels so much better now that I'm exercising on a regular basis. I do yoga. I do yoga every day. Well, almost every day. I miss a day here and there. The difference it's made in my flexibility is amazing. Poses that I couldn't even begin to do are now easy for me, which makes it then easier for me to get into positions during sex and maintain those positions. And enhances self-image and self-confidence, as you said with the men. As your body becomes more toned and you lose some weight, you just start feeling better about yourself. I know a lot of you have that voice in your head that says, well, I should look like so-and-so, some celebrity who's this skinny young thing. You don't need to look like a 25-year-old. Go where you need to go to feel good about yourself. That's the weight that feels good for you. That's the toning that feels good for you. You don't need to look like a supermodel.
And you don't need to be a triathlete.
No.
An elite Olympic athlete. Just make small, incremental, positive advances in your fitness. And there will be benefits, just like we're telling you.
Yep.
So how much do you need to do?
Actually, I have one more benefit for women.
Oh.
And it's actually the same as one of the benefits for men. Increased blood flow to the genitals, making it easier to become aroused, making it easier to become lubricated. That blood flow is important, and exercise will help increase that blood flow. So now we can address, how much do you need to do?
Well, according to studies, and once again, we'll put the link below, you need around 150 minutes of moderate exercise in a week.
And that isn't much. 150 minutes a week actually works out to 21 and a half minutes a day. Can you find 21 and a half minutes in your day to go out and do a walk? And actually, let's talk about that next. Some easy ways to get those minutes in. And a short walk at lunchtime. is one of the things, and that's one of the things we do. We go for a 1 mile walk, which takes about 20 minutes, a little less, depending on how slippery it is outside. That's one of the ways we get a little extra exercise in.
You can take the stairs instead of the escalator or the elevator. You can park in the parking lot farther away from the entry to the store, so you get a little bit of exercise in there. All these little additions to the way you live your life will begin to pay dividends.
And if you want to go above and beyond, do a little more than 150 minutes per week. You can do a longer walk. You can take a ride on a bike. You can dance. Dancing is exercise. Find an activity you enjoy, because I found that's one of the things that was important for me. When I exercise because I should be exercising, my dedication was not there. Yeah.
Get to it.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta get up and get to the gym. I really should be doing it. I didn't do it consistently. I found an exercise I like. I like to bicycle. And it actually, I do it because it's pleasurable. And I have the side benefit of it's exercise.
And I know we've got busy lives. Maybe you can't do this every day. But remember that figure of 150 minutes for a week. Let's say you worked out 5 days a week. That's 30 minutes. Can you do that? Can you fit that in? Think of how long you sit on the couch watching a TV show for 60 minutes. You can fit that 30 minutes in a day consistently if you get motivated, and one of the motivations we're giving you is better sex.
The more motivated you are, the more you prioritize this, the more it's going to help. And how do you prioritize this? You put it on your schedule.
Sure.
So can you schedule half an hour of exercise at lunchtime, at the beginning of the day? When does it fit into your, and it may fit a different time each day, but it's making yourself a priority. And that's one of the things I find with a lot of women is they don't have time to make themselves a priority because they're so busy meeting everybody else's need. But if you're feeling good, if you're happy, you're going to be more able to meet other people's needs.
You don't need to worry about paying for a gym membership and having to drive to the gym. You don't have to worry about buying expensive exercise equipment. You can just go out and go for a walk.
Or dance.
Or dance. There are all these other things you can do. Now, maybe you've already got that equipment. You've had that treadmill hiding away in the corner of your house or your apartment for 8 years and haven't used the foolish thing.
It's good for holding on to clothes.
Yeah, you can dry clothes on it, right?
Yeah.
All that kind of thing. Pull it out and use it.
Yep. Okay. One of the other things that helps is to have an accountability partner. Somebody that you can talk to on a regular basis. You have a running partner that you talk to every week.
Yep.
Where it helps you keep on track. You want to talk just a little more about that?
Well, yeah. Having an accountability partner keeps you going, helps to keep you motivated, helps to keep them motivated. You're sharing something. You've got a little community going on there. And, you know, we can even fill that role for you. You want to talk to us? We can help you.
And I'm going to put in a plug for you. He's a running coach. That's one of the other things that he does is he helps people develop running programs.
I'm certified with the Roadrunners Club of America. I can set up programs, or I can just plain be an accountability partner.
So a little bit of exercise is all you need to help get your body into condition, increase blood flow, and just plain make sex easier and more pleasurable.
I'm complete.
I'm complete. So thank you for joining us.
Check out our links below.
Yep.
Contact us.
Have a great new year. And if you need some help sticking to those resolutions, get that help.
Subscribe.
Oh, yes.
Share. Give us a comment. We're happy to be back. We hope you're happy to see us back.
Okay. Thank you.
Have some pleasure in your life.